In his 4 starts last year, Dak Prescott was on a pace of 50-plus pass attempts per game. While it may not be that high this year, the Cowboys receivers are a target gold mine. All right, so it's a little bit of a small sample size, but let's look at every game that Amari Cooper and CeeDee Lamb played with Dak Prescott. So that's the first 5 games of last year. And Amari Cooper was on a league-leading pace of 11 targets per game, first in the league, 7.8 receptions, third in the league, 84.8 yards per game, 8th. 0.2 touchdowns, however, would have only ranked 64th among all wide receivers last year. And a 70.9% catch rate was 28th, so decent. But a very low 10.9 yards per reception that would have ranked only 63rd. All of that was a 13.6 half PPR per game total, and that would have ranked 12th among all wide receivers. So despite top of the league volume, only top 12 efficiency. And let's take a look at CeeDee Lamb. In those 5 games, he had 8 targets per game. That would have ranked 16th. 5.8 receptions per game, 12th. 86.6 yards per game. That would have ranked 6th, actually. And a touchdown rate of 0.4 per game. So not super high, only 27th in the league, but double Amari's rate. And a catch percentage of 72.5, which is 21st in the league, but rather high when you consider 14.9 yards per reception. That's pretty high. That would have ranked 17th among all wide receivers last season. And despite fewer targets, he put up the exact same amount of points as Amari Cooper, 13.6 per game. So if these touchdown numbers continue, then CeeDee Lamb is actually the player who offers more upside among the two. However, take a look at the final 11 games and see if those splits were kind of similar, even though Andy Dalton was the quarterback. So in the final 11 games, the target split was 75-71 in favor of Cooper. The receptions were 53-45 in favor of Cooper. The yardage was 690-502 in favor of Cooper. And the touchdowns were 4-3 in favor of Cooper. So Cooper, I think because he is a veteran in the league, had a better time acclimating to Andy Dalton as quarterback. But the target ratio came a lot closer to even. Before it was 55-40. And in the last 11 games, it was 75-71, so almost identical. Dallas wasn't planning to draft CeeDee Lamb in the first round, but couldn't let him slide to their division rival Eagles, who needed a receiver. And if they felt so compelled to draft him in the first round when they didn't even need him, then wouldn't they feel compelled to force-feed him targets? Honestly, his talent is going to demand it anyway, right now. Amari Cooper is recovering from minor ankle surgery, and he's going to miss the beginning of off-season workouts. So this will give Lamb a chance to solidify his rapport with Dak Prescott and really shine as the wide receiver 1. And that's pretty much going to cement his status as an equal, not a number 2, to Amari Cooper. While they may be equal at first, I think CeeDee Lamb is going to overtake him by the season's end, and that's why I'm more excited to draft CeeDee Lamb than I am Amari Cooper, even though both of them are going to have a wide receiver 20 type of floor. The league-leading pass attempts make this offense a fantasy gold mine, and that's why I really want CeeDee Lamb on my team. And originally I had him as wide receiver 12, but after speaking about him and really thinking about it, I've bumped him all the way up to 10, and I almost put him as high as 8. Right now, his ADP is wide receiver 17, going 45th overall. I think that's a steal. And Amari Cooper, while I'm not as optimistic, is still going to be a really good wide receiver too. I have him at 15 in my rankings, and right now an ADP of wide receiver 16, 43rd overall. He's a good consolation prize, but if they're both on the board when you're drafting in the 4th round, I would take CeeDee Lamb, and I wouldn't think twice about it.